Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. Good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry I missed you yesterday, but I needed to take a little time to let my voice rest just a little bit. But we back in the building. The Knicks take on the Spurs tonight. They're going to try to take care of another goal, I guess, might you say. The Knicks haven't won more than 3 in a row since the season began. Tonight, they have a chance to win their 4th straight. They can take out the San Antonio Spurs. We'll see if they can accomplish that feat. It's been a season of feats for the New York Knicks, so maybe this is the latest one that they can accomplish. They can win their 4th in a row, be on their road to winning 5 in a row. They can take out the Pistons after tonight, but they got to focus on the Spurs tonight because this is going to be a tough game. The Spurs are 17-13 on the season. They lost to the Brooklyn Nets last night, so they're on the second night of a back-to-back. And we're going to see if the Knicks can come away victorious, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get this thing on and popping. Steph, good afternoon.
Yes.
How you doing?
Hello, I'm doing very well. How are you? How's the panel chat?
Doing good. Had to take a break yesterday because I had a sore throat. I do a lot of talking on this thing, man. I do a lot of talking on this thing. Not just with NBK, but other stuff as well. So, my voice is always a little bit,
right.
I got to make sure I'm drinking tea or something, keep my voice right.
And you did post a little
and you got something
image.
to talk about. The Knicks are doing well.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks are doing well, so we got something to talk about. But what's your take on tonight? This is going to be a tough game. It's going to be I hate playing the Spurs,
I think
right?
so.
It's going to be a tough game.
Yeah. It is going to be a tough game. I think that game last night went into overtime, if I'm not mistaken, and the Spurs won, or was that another game I was watching? Another game. All right.
Yeah.
Well, they won. They won last night. I watched some of it.
No, Spurs lost.
I think it's
Spurs lost last night. They lost
That's
124 to 113.
Spurs lost. But did it go into overtime?
Yeah,
I think
It did.
DeJounte
Okay, so it
Murray
was the
hit
right
that shot. Yeah.
Okay, it was okay. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a tough game for us. I still think we can win it, but I think it's gonna be tough. Our defense is always has to be on point. DeMonte Murray, I really like him. He's pretty athletic as well. So I think Elf is still out. So let's see what Rose can do. I don't think he's that aggressive though. So that may work in our favor. But they are a well-coached team, just like we are. So it's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna become Devon and Kev today and say we're gonna win. They always say we're gonna win. I don't care who we playing, we're gonna win.
Right, right.
I'm channeling my inner Devon.
There you go.
We're gonna win this game today. It's gonna be tough though.
Yeah. The one thing that I think helps us out in this game is their bench is not fully intact. Right? They got LaMarcus Aldridge, they got Patty Mills, but they're missing Rudy Gay. Who's out? Yeah. At least he was out last night. They also Keldon Johnson is also out. Derek White is out. And these are guys that's been averaging. Devin Vassell is out. Right? These are guys that's been averaging with Keldon Johnson, Derek White, Rudy Gay, all been averaging in double digits. Right? If their bench is full, I mean their bench averages like 50 to 60 points per game with just their bench, if their bench is, fully intact. But, they're not going to be fully intact tonight, which obviously benefits the Knicks, right? Because, clearly our bench isn't fully intact with Mitch being out and Elfrid Payton being out. Guillermo, what's your take on the game?
Again, very well coached team. Like you said, they're going to miss a few guys. The Spurs offense, again, the motion offense can be deadly. Again, it's a lot of movement, spacing, strong motion, strong motion, weak motion, you see all the tapes from like your boy Tony Parker. So today is going to be a battle between the guards and obviously DeRozan. They shoot a lot of mid-range shots. They don't shoot threes. Like it's going to be a weird thing because it's going to be two old school coaches kind of going at it with their old school styles with some evolution to it, right? Again, they don't shoot a lot of threes. They dribble, drive, kick out, use a lot of pick and roll. And it's even within that motion, the Spurs motion offense, which is like a cousin to the triangle. So again, it's going to be seeing similar concepts from kind of like both coaches. It's going to look very similar-ish. But again, they live with their guards. Last night, they did get out rebounded by the Nets, like 51-48 total rebounds, but they had more offensive rebounding than the Nets. And I think they're actually okay with offensive rebounding. So it's not going to be it's going to be a fight. Like their big man is Jakob Poeltl, whatever his name is.
Jakob Poeltl, yeah.
Poeltl, I butchered that.
Poeltl, yeah.
But he had like 14 points yesterday. Patty Mills had like 14 points. This is with a bunch of guys missing out. And they were able to, stay toe-to-toe with the Nets last night. Now, granted, that helps us out because overtime, but if you look at their standings, like their offensive rebound, they're 21st, but defensive rebound, they're 6th. So obviously, you marry their defensive rebound against our offensive rebounding to see who kind of wins out. And they're going to be a tough team. Now, obviously, this incorporates guys who are out tonight. But again, Vegas actually has this minus 1.5, which I don't remember the last time we were a favorite in San Antonio or against the Spurs, period. But yeah, it's going to be a guard-heavy play. You're going to need guys like Derrick Rose, again, 25 minutes a night, probably at best. RJ Barrett has to have another solid game. Obviously abuse and use that pick and roll with him and knows it well, and shoot good from the three like he has the past few, actually since January. But yes, and Bullock and Burks, they have to come alive tonight. They're going to get a lot of open threes, hopefully, or when they do get these open threes, they got to execute. They have to knock down open shots. Contested drive to the basket, we can give it, take here and there, but these open shots, they got to hit these open shots. And Randall has to abuse a guy like Poeltl, whatever his name is.
Poeltl, yeah. Jakob Poeltl.
I'm sorry, Poeltl. Have to find a way to get their big guys into foul trouble so we could abuse them with size versus try to run out on them because they're ranked 12th in pace. Like they run, they attempt a lot of field goal attempts. They're number 2 in field goal attempts this season. So it's gonna be a trying game. But if we play them to our strengths, use size on them, get the pick and roll going, make their defense work harder. Again, they played last night in overtime. I want to say it's a winnable. It's a winnable game. It's a winnable game. I'm not gonna say it's not.
Right.
Yeah. Divine.
Yes. Salute to everybody, man. Salute to the chat, to the panel. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one tonight. I know we know that, man. Spurs. They were 6th in the Western Conference. They got Coach Pop. They got a good team down there, man. And they're in the West, but you know me, man. We bring our A game on the defense in, and I think we're gonna have to slow the pace down tonight, believe it or not. And we obviously gonna have to go small ball 5. So it's gonna be a really intriguing game tonight for me, man, just to see where we stand at and where we think we are as a team. So this is a good test for us. But I do think if our defense come and do what they do, and we just get the contributions like Legion said from various other guys, I think we'll be all right. It's going to be a really tough game tonight. It's going to be a challenging game, but I think they up for the task, man. I think the Knicks is up for the task, and I believe, like I said, they just go hard, man, and play their defense and get the proper scoring from various people. And I think Julius going to do what he do. I don't think LaMarcus Aldridge can actually hold Julius Randle if he's starting against Julius Randle. I don't think.
No, he's not starting. He's coming off the bench.
He's not starting. Okay. Yeah. So I think we got a hand there. And I think RJ going to have, him and DeRozan, obviously they're going to go tit for tat tonight. But I think if Bullock them and Derrick Rose give us what he gives us, I think we got a good chance to win tonight, man. And I'm confident. I hope they are. But if we get this game tonight, that just telling us who we are as a team, and that we went down there. Because even in the past couple of years, we did pretty good going down to San Antonio. Actually, we had won some good games down in San Antonio over the last year and the year before. But I think it's going to be a tough challenge, Sim, as always with Pop. The matchup to me is Pop and Tibbs. That's the matchup of the game right there. You know what I mean? We're gonna see who's gonna out coach each other. But I think we can get it, man. We just go hard and play our game, and I think we can pull this one out.
Yeah, you mentioned LaMarcus Aldridge. There's always been, to me, a funny dynamic between Greg Pop and LaMarcus Aldridge. Ever since LaMarcus got to San Antonio. There's always been just a kind of a funny dynamic from what I've seen. Now he's on the bench. He made some comments before, nothing negative, just, I got to get used to it. How do I get myself going, coming off the bench? Last night, I don't know, what the story is. He played 15 minutes last night off the bench. 3 points and 4 rebounds. Now, he's something, when we had our last show, said I'm a little bit worried about LaMarcus Aldridge coming off the bench. And we don't have a big coming off the bench. But I'm interested to see just what that dynamic looks like. You know what I mean? He only played 15 minutes, 3 points, 4 rebounds. I mean, maybe this is just signifies, his downward arc in his career. I don't know. Right? But he's still someone I'm keeping my eye on, because I don't know if we have a big man right now coming off the bench, who's as good as LaMarcus Aldridge. Now, obviously, I think that Tom Thibodeau is going to stagger his lineups the way that he normally does, so that you got a Julius Randle in there, you got a Nerlens Noel in there. Noel's been playing great basketball, right? He's been, the last 2 games, averaging like 40 minutes a game. Unless there's a blowout, he'll probably have to do the same thing tonight, right? So you'll see a lot of LaMarcus Aldridge and Nerlens Noel facing off against each other. And Aldridge is somebody that Noel's faced off against plenty of times in his career because he played a lot in the West. Zach, what's your take, man? LaMarcus Aldridge, what do you... Hold up. Zach, go ahead, Zach.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Salute to the chat. Salute to the panel. Hope everybody's staying safe. Hope everybody's families are good. And hope everybody's doing well. Tonight, I feel like it's going to be a tough game. Winnable game, but a tough game. DeJounte Murray, I think, is going to give Derrick Rose fits. And if we talk about how the Knicks are trying to build a culture, how Thibodeau and Rose and them are trying to build a culture, this is a golden standard of a winning culture and a winning organization. So Popovich, no matter who's on that team, they're always going to be a tough game. They're playing good basketball right now. Aldridge, I mean, I haven't really watched him this year, so I don't know how hard he's fallen off that cliff, but he's always going to be a tough matchup inside, especially for a guy like Nerlens Noel. He can body him. He can do a lot of different things. I can see us winning tonight, but it's going to be a test to see if we're truly what we think we are.
Right. Now, I'm seeing in the chat that Aldridge is out. So if Aldridge is out, then, of course, that takes that out of the entire equation. Yep. If Aldridge is out. So, we'll see.
It's confirmed.
It's confirmed that he's out. So good. So then LaMarcus Aldridge is out. Okay. Right. So that's another guy we don't have to worry about. And, the whole size factor, that we've been discussing over the past few days is really kind of null and void, because we should be on par with them size-wise, and then we can go ahead and get healthy and, after this game, and then we play Detroit, go ahead and get healthy over the break and, not have to worry about the size. So, we don't have to worry about LaMarcus Aldridge, which is a good thing, not that he was, I don't know if he was going to do a whole heck of a lot anyway. I don't know what it's like between him and Pop and all of that kind of stuff, but we don't have to worry about him tonight anyway. Cornerstone Kev, what's going on with you, man?
Boy, Uncle Sam, listen. And sorry, Zach, but when I saw Kev pop in my mind, I was like, Uncle Sam got him on another mission. He sent him to San Antonio. He got that with the bags.
Cornerstone Kev's the reason LaMarcus Aldridge is out. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. We sent him on it. Listen. Yeah.
He sent the hitman.
He's been trucking through the mountains. He's been going through underground tunnels. He's been doing all kinds of stuff.
He's been massaging Frank's legs.
Yeah.
And I still made it to this broadcast. So there you go.
And you still made it to the broadcast. That's what I'm talking about.
Was ugly.
Hey, salute to everybody. Salute to my brothers and sisters on the panel. Salute to the chat. Down here in Orlando, here at Disney's Animal Kingdom, because I got a wedding to go to later on. So, with some family and everything. But as far as I had to call in and everything. As far as tonight, Yeah, they just lost to the Nets last night, so it's going. They're going to be upset about what happened. They don't. I know they don't want to lose 2 straight and everything. So we have to come out with our A++ game. And hearing that LaMarcus Aldridge is going to be there, that's one headache that we don't have to deal with. But we still got to deal with Murray. We still got to deal with Patty Mills. We still got to deal with DeRozan. I think the denominator is to see what Bullock and Burks does. If we can get like at least 15 from Burks and at least like 10 or maybe 7 from Bullock, and Bullock's playing that that tough D, I think we can come out with this. And I'll say it again: the French Prince has got to play. That's all I'm going to say about that. I had to throw that in there.
Yeah, he's going to play tonight.
Oh no, you talk about
he's going to play.
How dare
he's going to play?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how else he gonna build the trade value? I mean, you have to allow him to play.
Yeah, well, you are
Something. I mean, come on. Yeah.
Kev, how can you be such a big fan of Frank but won't accept my free jersey I'm trying to give you?
That's true.
Listen, he's going to play tonight. He's getting another chance to go ahead and get out there and play some basketball. Let's take a look at some of the numbers behind the Spurs.
Y'all forgot about me.
When I get to you, I'll get to you, bro. Calm down, relax. When I get to you, I'll get to you. You know what I'm saying? No sense for you to jump in there and go all crazy. Nobody forget about you. When you look at the numbers behind the game, man, the Spurs average 111 points per game. The Knicks average 105. Of course, like Grandma was saying, the Spurs normally have a sweet style offense. They move the basketball, a lot of man movement, a lot of ball movement. And for what it's worth, the Knicks have trouble with these type of offenses. Right? We've seen plenty of times over the course of the season where the Knicks get beat backdoor. They get beat, with guys slashing to the basket. When the ball is moving and man is moving, the Knicks seem to have trouble. We've seen some times where they're able to play strong defense against guys, against teams that are moving the man and moving the ball. But a lot of times we've seen the Knicks get beat. And that's one of the reasons why I'm always scared while I'm playing the San Antonio Spurs. Because good ball movement makes it tough on defenses. The Knicks, they out-rebound the San Antonio Spurs as far as season averages are concerned, 46.7 to 45. The Spurs average 25 assists. The Knicks average 21.1. The Spurs average about 7 steals. They both average about 7 steals per game. Both teams average about 5 blocks per game. The Spurs are another team that takes care of the basketball. Right? They only average 10.5 turnovers per game. The Knicks average 13. Both teams shoot about 45% from the field. Both are around the same from the three-point line, about 36, 37%. They both shoot about 78% from the free throw line. The Knicks average 47 points in the paint. Spurs about 45. The Knicks average 13 second chance points. The Spurs average about 11. And, of course, the Spurs, they beat the Knicks in fast break points. They average 13.4, where the Knicks are averaging 8. Doing a little bit better lately, but on the fast break, man, the Knicks need a lot of work. I can tell you that. They need a lot of work learning how to run those lanes and making good decisions on the break. Now, the Knicks are led by Julius Randle in points, rebounds, and assists. DeMar DeRozan leads the San Antonio Spurs in points. He averages 20 points. Scott Poto, he averages 7.4 rebounds. DeMar DeRozan also averages 7 assists for the Spurs. And Nerlens Noel leads the Knicks in blocks at 2. Poto leads the Spurs in blocks at 1.57. Of course, as normal, Tom Thibodeau, was going to coach the Knicks hard. But this is one matchup where you can say, he may not have, I don't even want to say may not have the upper hand. He's going to have to match wit for wit, move for move with,
right.
I just drew a blank. Can't even think of his name, with Popovich. He's going to have to move for move with Popovich. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a battle all night long with Popovich as well. Chess battle. So this is going to be a good game. Good game. Really good game. The Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, Bleacher Report has the Knicks ranked 10th. Steph, I think you sent out that tweet the other day. Ranked 10th in the NBA. Right? That's pretty high ranking for a team that's 18 to 17.
Wait, 10th in what? 10th in what?
Power rankings.
Oh.
Right? That's pretty high ranking for a team that's 18 to 17. Mr. Verizon Man, he's got this shirt on for like the 5th day in a row, 6th day in a row, something like that. Isaiah, talk to me, man. And here you go. In somebody else's house again, got stuff going on in the background. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. You got Prince. Talk to me, man. 10th in power ranking. I mean, obviously it's the Bleacher Report.
Shout out to chat.
Yeah, it's the Bleacher Report. You know what I'm saying? It's just their ranking, but
Hey, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now? Is that better?
Hold up. I'm on Prince now. Hold on. Are the Knicks 10th? What do you take from that, man?
I take it. It's definitely eye-opening for us because again, we bash them every night, win or lose. But again, even though it's Bleacher Report, it ain't the mainstream media, and we really don't care. But you do have to give it some validation because again, as a team, we are playing good basketball. I haven't even really thought about it like that, but do I believe that the Knicks are you would say almost a middle of the pack NBA team? I would definitely believe so. 10th best team in the NBA? No, I wouldn't thunk it. I definitely wouldn't have thunk it. I know we got a lot more room to grow, a lot more things to learn as a team and get better at. But I'll definitely take the accolades. It's something to grow with. To go from worst to 10th is awesome. So again, I'll take that feather and pin it in my hat, Sim. And I'm gonna scream that, from every corner I can when I can. Let everybody know. Knicks is the 10th best team in the NBA. What you say about that?
Right.
I mean, and that's over some teams out west that are pretty good that they have them ranked 10th as well. And of course, power rankings change all season long, but it was surprising to me that they had them ranked 10th. It was. Big Bubba, go ahead, man. See if you got yourself cleared up.
Yeah, you can hear me now, son?
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, man. First of all, shout out to Steph. Shout out to Steph, Divine, Prince, Chop, my son Guillermo. That's my son forever. So it's gonna be Guillermo, you're my son. It's okay.
Just get to it with your AOL document.
Shut up. No, it's gonna be a tough game tonight. I believe, I think we should run fast tonight. We should definitely try to get D-Rose going, get him up and down the court. They got tired legs, let him use it. LaMarcus Aldridge is out, so we should definitely be killing them on the boards. I think Devin Vassell and all these dudes are out, so we should definitely be killing them on the boards. And we just got to play good offense, man. We got to just stop DeRozan. I think an important matchup tonight that I don't think we're talking about. I would like to see RJ and Frank go against DeRozan. DeRozan's playing really good. He's playing efficient ball. He's passing the ball. He's kind of like the shooting guard Julius Randle, if that makes sense. His game is definitely involved, with the passing and everything. He's been, of course, he's really good at the red range. So I definitely want to see RJ and Frank, work on him on the defensive end to get him tired, because I believe we can stop DeMar, and then also focus. Is Murray playing?
Yeah, he's playing.
DeMonte, yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna definitely be tough for D-Rose. He's a bigger guard, I believe. So I definitely want to see Frank and RJ work DeMar DeRozan, and hopefully, between Bullock, D-Rose, and also some of those guys that can stop Murray. And I think we can win tonight. I really do. I think we can get this to a 3-game winning streak. Let me not get ahead, but I think we can definitely take. We can win this game.
Yeah. You've been there a little bit too long. That heat's getting to you. We'd be going on to a 4-game winning streak, man. It's definitely getting to you, bro. It's definitely, it's okay.
Hey, Sam, I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
It's okay.
I'm on vacation. I don't care that much.
We forgive you. Now,
I'm
see
on vacation,
me,
man. I'm on vacation, man.
I get it. And see me, I would actually rather have Reggie Bullock defending DeMar DeRozan. RJ Barrett needs, I don't want to say to defend somebody lighter, but we need to make sure that he has energy to be able to score the basketball for us. You know what I'm saying? To me, I'd rather have Reggie Bullock defend DeMar DeRozan, let RJ Barrett defend Lonnie Walker. And then when you talk about defending Murray, it'd be D Rose and Frank Ntilikina defending Murray. Right? I think that's the way that I would go about it as far as, my defensive assignments. And then looking at the lineups is, you're going to have Julius Randle on Lyles and Noel on Podol. The lineups here, they match up. It makes the matchup say R.J. Barrett and DeMar DeRozan, but I think I'd switch them around and have Reggie Bullock defending DeMar DeRozan. I think that's just best for R.J. Just let R.J., so he don't have to, put that kind of work in right now. Let him go ahead and focus on scoring the basketball because that's what's going to be needed. You got a guy like Reggie Bullock that can defend DeMar DeRozan and chase him around and do all that kind of stuff. As far as the Knicks injury report, Taj Gibson, he's still day-to-day. I don't even think he made his way to San Antonio, so he won't be playing. Elfrid Payton is going to be out tonight, and, of course, Mitchell Robinson is going to be out tonight for the New York Knicks. Let me get to a couple of phone calls here and, see what's going on. Caller, you live. What's poppin'?
What's going on, Sam? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How you feeling?
Shout out to the panel, too. Man, the only thing I want to say is that we need this win tonight. I'm sick and tired of the mainstream media saying, well, yeah, they won, but it was against this team. Well, yeah, they won, but this team is like they ain't got a winning record. So we need another check on the box. We've got the stability.
Mm-hmm.
We've got we've turned this franchise around where we're not a laughing stock anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So now all we got to do is start winning these games against teams that's over 500, and we can do it. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. We could definitely listen. We've already won some games against teams that are 500, right? This is a good game. I think Devon said it earlier. This is a good game for us to make a statement in the league to say, hey, we're serious, right? We're 18-17, and people are laughing at Knicks fans because we're 18-17, and we're rejoicing and having a good time with it and all of that kind of stuff. This is a good chance for the Knicks to say, hey, you know what? We're serious. We're serious about where we are. Right. We're serious about what we're trying to do. I agree. But one other thing, though, is that the last time mainstream media started riding our coattails, I think we started feeling ourselves and we came out that next game and we were flat. Right.
So as long as Tibbs can keep them focused and not worrying about what the mainstream media is saying, and we don't start feeling ourselves, we just keep playing the way we've been playing, I think we're going to be fine.
Yeah, and that's a key. And Tom Thibodeau talks about it all the time, right? Not feeling yourself, and staying focused, playing one game at a time, one quarter at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 second at a time, right? And you see Tom Thibodeau, you heard him in the last game, right, where he was, you could hear him screaming and hollering. The Knicks up 20 points with 3 minutes left, and, he's still coaching his ass off, man. And that's exactly what this team needs. They don't need to get on their high horse about anything. They just got to stay focused, stay the path, and then let the chips fall where they may. And I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, and the last thing I want to say is, man, I thank goodness for all y'all Knicks content creators because, like I said, the mainstream media, they whack, man. Y'all, I love what y'all doing, man. Y'all keep it up, and let's go Knicks.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Get to another phone call here. Caller, you live. What's popping?
Yeah, I want to make a comment about you guys' team.
Uh-huh.
Yep, with the Derrick Rose acquiring.
Yep. About Derrick Rose. Okay.
Just the impact I want to give you some guys some insight on him. I'm a Chicago guy. I've been following him.
Okay.
Am I live or can I talk?
Yeah, you're live, man. You good. You're live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man.
Sorry
You
about that.
guys-
Yeah, I'm waiting for you. You live.
Oh, okay. My bad. You see, I just want to give you guys an eye opener. You got more than what you expected with Tom Thibodeau and Derrick Rose. They're not satisfied with just winning. I watched this guy and Derrick Rose from MVP season to Coach of the Year. Winning is just the tip of the iceberg for these guys. And you guys wonder why Thibodeau plays his vets so much because he relies on them to win. Winning is all he cares about. He's like the Terminator. You guys will see. Just the playoffs is not what he's going for. He's going for a championship. Mark my words, a fellow Chicago guy who's watched this guy for years.
Yeah. Now, and listen, we're learning real quick. You know what I'm saying? We see everything that Thibodeau does from the way that he uses his lineups. He don't take any shorts. If a guy is going to help you win, he's putting him in the lineup. It doesn't matter.
No doubt.
And he don't care who he takes out of the lineup. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's just cold like that. It's like, we talk about it all the time. Derrick Rose came off the plane. He's like, here's your number 4 jersey. Get on the floor. Austin Rivers, take a seat. You know what I mean? Just like that. You know what I mean?
Killer. I'm trying to tell you, the Windy City Assassin. You in for a treat.
Oh,
championship. I'm trying to tell you guys, mark my words.
That's all that's what we praying for, man. We need one. We praying for it. Yeah.
Y'all have a good one. Thank
Grandma,
you
You too.
call.
I
that was a
appreciate
great
you, man.
call. Great call, Grandma. I see you shaking your head. But what he's saying is Thibodeau was like the Terminator, the liquid version. Remember the guy, he kept running after everybody. He's the liquid Terminator, not the original Arnold Schwarzenegger, the other guy. And then they had the female, remember?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but let me get to a phone call.
He kept coming back.
Yeah, let me get to this phone call, man. Let me get to this phone
Thibodeau
call.
is going to keep coming back.
All right.
He's going to keep coming back. I'm going to mute myself.
Hey, caller, you live, man.
Oh, man, this is crazy. Hey, what's going on, Sin? Shout out to the chat. It's the first time I'm getting through and actually calling and everything. And appreciate you doing the show and everything, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Love
Thank
the
you.
show.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I don't know what the topic was, but I'm just going to say that we're excited to see the Knicks winning. And I know Obi and everybody's been yelled at during the game the other day, but you love to see a coach getting these guys behind when they're up 20. And I think Tibbs is a great coach for us. I also just want to ask you one thing, and then I'll let you go. Everybody been talking about trades and stuff, and I think a sneaky pickup for us would probably be, I don't know if you've thought about Harrison Barnes over the Kings. I think he'd be kind of cheap. He's on a declining contract for 2 years, and he might put us over the top for at least a playoffs in this year and next. So let me know what you think about that. And a piece of the chat, thumbs up, and thank you.
Who did you say would put us over the top?
Not over the top, but Harrison Barnes might get us in the conversations for this year and next.
Oh, okay. All right. You know what? I when we played the Kings, I was watching Harrison Barnes, just in case it was somebody that the Knicks had interest in. I have no idea what his contract is like. I know a few years ago he got a big contract or a decent sized contract. I still don't look at Harrison Barnes as the type of 3-man that we need. You know what I'm saying? Me, I just feel like we need somebody a little more dynamic. You know what I mean? That can really go get it. That's just what I think. I think we need that other guy that can really just go get it. And teams is like, we worried about this guy. Harrison Barnes to me is just a little bit more like, I'm gonna kick it to him. He's gonna knock it down.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I feel like he's a big wing. He has championship pedigree.
Okay, yeah, he does.
But I know you mentioned Terrence Ross. I think Terrence Ross is good too. But even if we don't make any trades, I mean, the chemistry in this team is so good. I think we can go a long way as long as we keep believing in ourselves. So.
Well, they have a lot to prove. You know what I'm saying? And if they can defeat the Spurs tonight, win out the rest of this half, and then that second half starts strong, and they've got a lot to prove. We'll see if they can continue to come together. You know, it's a work in progress. Hey, I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, Sim.
Appreciate it. Yeah, there's a lot that this Knicks team has to prove. And, you know, I love everything that they're doing. I still wait for that day to see if they, you know, reach that burnout moment. I'm hoping that they don't. I'm hoping that they can get through this half of the season without reaching that burnout moment and then get refreshed over the next, you know, over the All-Star break and then come back fresh. Now, Julius Randle's going to be busy over the All-Star break. Right, he is obviously in the All-Star team, and now he's been selected to participate in the Skills Challenge on Sunday as well. Right, so he'll be there early in the day. He'll be in the Skills Challenge, and then he'll make his All-Star debut later on that night. Then, of course, Obi Toppin is going to be in the Slam Dunk Contest. So it's going to be a fun weekend for the Knicks. It's been a long time since we've had this kind of weekend in the All-Star game for the New York Knicks. You know what I mean? Long time. And if we would have had a rookie-sophomore game, we'd probably have two guys playing in the rookie-sophomore game, right? RJ would likely be playing for the world team, and Emmanuel Quickley would be playing for, you know, Team USA. But doesn't look like that game is going to happen, like it's going to take place. So, you know, I guess we'll be happy with what we got. You know what I mean? Julius Randle.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what the caller said, I actually liked what he said. I actually like Harrison Barnes a lot. But I think his contract is a little too expensive. I think he's almost 18 to 20 million right now. And I do agree with him not being. I like him, but he's not like a dynamic thing. You know, if the Knicks were like I would love him coming off the bench. I think on a championship team, he'd be a great 6-man to 7th, like, you know, guy coming off the bench and being that first wing coming off the bench. I would really like that. But like you said, man, this is definitely, you know, All-Star weekend. We definitely would have had like at least 4 Knicks if they would have did the rookies versus sophomore game or whatever what's the World versus US game now. But it's gonna be fun, man. We actually have a meaningful All-Star game. I just don't want Obi Toppin to do Dennis Smith Jr., man. Don't do that. You know, don't go Dennis Smith Jr. on us and or in the dunk contest, man.
Yeah, I think Obi's gonna be good. I think he's gonna have a chance to do something. I seen a list of who's in that. I forgot who it is. I think what's the dude from Denver? Anthony Simons is in it. Cassius Stanley is in it. Obi Toppin is in it. I don't know who else. All right, so Obi's gonna have a chance. Gonna have a chance to do something. Could turn out to be a good weekend for the Knicks. Steph, Julius Randle being in the skills challenge. Are his skills that high? Did they just choose him just because, hey, you know, let's make sure we got Knicks fans watching everything. Let's make sure we got New York fans tuning in.
I mean, that could be it, too. I also think they're trying to keep people within the bubble and as much as possible choose people that are already there. So I wonder if that was a factor in it as well. Mm-hmm. I mean, Julius can handle the ball. He can shoot. I mean, he has skills. So maybe that was the reason. He is multifaceted, so it does lend himself to that. I don't see him, though, as somebody like, even when he dribbles pretty high. Like, I don't really see him as that type of, you know, bend down type of skills challenge person, but we'll see. We'll see. But I think part of it was probably just trying to keep people that were in the bubble so they didn't have to bring a lot of people in, perhaps.
Yeah, it was definitely a surprise to me. Devon, what about you? Mm-hmm. And I'm looking to see who else is in it, too. Try to see.
I don't have no problem. Julius Randle does have skills. I can tell you that much. I mean, I guess he don't get to put him on display a lot, you know, because it's a 5-man basketball game. But I mean, the kid been around long enough to know all that stuff, man. Hey, he leading the Knicks in assists, scoring, rebound. That's pretty much what you're doing in the skill challenge. If he can put that ball through that, you know, that pinpoint chest pass through that hole, he dribbles real good because he can run the break so he can get up the floor. So I mean, I think it's legit though. I think if he get that chest pass through that round circle and take off that floor the way he shooting the 3-ball this year, got a good shot at it.
We'll see what's up. Definitely going to be rooting for him, man. Prince, your take on it. And I'm going to come to Guillermo and see if Chop has a take on it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Sim. I think it's Knicks for clicks. And that ain't hating on Julius, but Julius just isn't the point forward that I would think that would be in the skills challenge. I mean, you got to think the likes of Luka. Who else won the skills challenge? So, these guys are like crazy with the basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like ball, like Sim, I heard you make that reference once before, like having a ball on a rope. You know what I'm saying? And, for you to be in the skills challenge, I mean, I guess he can get out there and compete. But, I mean, for him to be, I think, to win it, if you ask him, is he going to win it? I don't see him winning it. But him going out there and having some fun and, getting out there, who knows? He might surprise us. But, again, I'm not going to put too much stock in it. So
yeah, myself. I mean, well, you know what? I mean, listen, Dwight Howard won it in 2008.
Oh, they still doing bigs against
Sim.
Huh?
He cheated that one to win.
I'm just
Are
saying.
they still doing bigs against guards?
I don't know. I'm not sure what the format is. I
think they just throw them all in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, just saying, Dwight Howard won it. Blake Griffin won it in 2011. So I guess we'll see. I guess we'll.
He might.
We'll see
right.
what's up,
yeah,
man.
we'll see.
You got any thoughts on it, Guillermo? I mean, it's nothing big. It's just
one, right?
is what it is.
Just so looking at another angle, maybe it's finally the NBA looking at the Knicks as a viable ratings cash cow per se, right? Because again, the NBA ratings have been down, and you look all over. Even though I don't watch them, I just see them on Twitter, and you see these YouTube alerts and stuff from people actually like take the excerpts and put them on their own channel. But like ESPN and Fox Sports, a lot of these channels now, it's like Knicks for clicks. Our name is out there, right? And you're talking about an NBA organization that needs ratings. So, to not have a guy like Julius Randle, Julius Randle's game to me is ugly but effective, and I have no problem with that. But he does. I've never seen him as like this swift Chris Webber, Arvydas Sabonis type of player. You know what I mean? He is his own guy. I've given him a lot of credit. I ain't even taking anything away from him, but NBA could be trying to buy in. So it could be a positive now. Julius Randle, the Knicks we might elevate from not getting calls like everyone else to getting some calls, because again, the NBA might look at us and say, yo, we need the Knicks now. I mean, granted, the Knicks have been making money hand over fist anyway without winning. But, now for the NBA, it's like, hey, we can use these guys for ratings. Julius Randle's a name. RJ Barrett is growing. We got this kid quickly. Let's try to sell these players. One way is having Julius Randle in the skills game. Now, if Julius Randle wins it, now it makes his profile's a lot bigger. And then if the Knicks make the playoffs, you know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe some of that, that goodwill comes back to us. Now we're getting favorable calls and whatnot. So visibility for Julius Randle. Again, the NBA is a ratings numbers league. They want their ratings and numbers. The Knicks are starting to get more, I guess, generate more of that for the NBA. So this might be the step in the right direction for the Knicks, man. This is good for Julius Randle. It's a goodwill project on his case.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off of what you're saying, when you look at the second half schedule, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games on national television.
I thought it was 6.
Right now, I'm looking at Brooklyn, LA, New Orleans, Toronto, and Chicago.
Okay.
What I'm looking at. So I mean, and we had 1 in the first half because we were expected to be, super duper trash. We had 1, right? We had 1, and now we have, 5. That's going to, 5. So, yeah, I mean, that backs up everything that you're saying right there.
Sim, that Chicago game they're going to label that the game Zach LaVine comes back to Chicago, right?
When is the Chicago game? The Chicago game is April 28th. Yeah, April 28th. Okay. All right. We'll see. We will see. I don't know. Chop, you there? Chop ain't dead.
Yes, sir. Yes,
there
sir.
You go.
Here.
There you go. Now, you was asking the question about, Julius Randle being in the, when we were talking before we even started going live about Julius Randle being in the skills competition. You was asking why not someone like a Quickly or something like that, right?
Right.
I mean, I guess, for the most part, with Quickly, he just hasn't shown that he's that diverse yet, in my opinion. Right? I mean, he can shoot the three. He hasn't shown that he's going to go out and get you a bunch of assists and, rebound the ball and do all of that. I think that's probably it right there. If anything, in a couple of years, you might see him in the three-point competition.
Obviously.
Yeah. And I really do, though. I really do wish that they would have put that they would have had a rookie sophomore game. I see no reason why. If you're having all of the events in one day, I don't see why you couldn't have done it earlier in the day, like 12 noon.
Yeah, they could have started with that. They could have started with that.
Right. That's the question I asked you as well, because there's no celebrity all-star game as well, right? How they do it too.
Right. No celebrity all-star game either.
Sim, yeah. By the way, Suda Hadouken Sharon, he pointed out that we have a national televised game with the Mavericks that Ian Beckman pointed out. Yeah, I knew it was 6.
With the Mavericks?
He looked it up. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe that was something that they added, because when I pulled up, what I pulled up is from the Knicks PR staff. So maybe it was something that they added. I don't know.
Hey, Sam, if KP won it, Julius Randle going to win it. KP did win that, though. We'll see how it goes. Listen, I love the fact that Julius Randle is getting these accolades right now, and it's helping the team to get their accolades as well. It's raising his profile. So it's good. It's really good, for Julius Randle to be, getting the accolades that he's getting. But anyway, we got Josh that just joined us.
What's up, y'all?
And Josh, you joined us as we're on the way out, man. He joined us while we're on the way out, because I got to be off by 4:30 because I got a meeting that I got to get to. So I had to end this one a little bit early. Anyway, what's your take on tonight's game? We'll get back to tonight's game. What's your take on it?
I think tonight is a very, very important game for the Knicks. Like, every game is going to be important. We're in the middle of a playoff race. I believe that as long as the Knicks play their game and play stout defense and, try to counteract what Popovich is going to do as far as the movement and everything like that, I think the Knicks will be fine. Hopefully RJ Barrett comes out and continues to remain consistent and keep that shooting streak up, because we definitely need him. If without RJ being able to score, I thought there's many games that we're going to win this season. So, I do expect the Knicks to play well. I'm going to say the Knicks are going to win the game 110 to 103.
110 to 103. Okay. Big shout out to Jonathan JD. Says, send what's poppin'. Shout out to the GOAT, Steph, Zach, Guillermo, Chop, Divine. Josh, you was not here when he sent the super chat, so he left you out. He said, did you see the Brian Windhorst prediction on Twitter? Yeah, I did see that. I seen that. And, maybe he has some inside information. He predicted that the Knicks will make a trade for an all-star / superstar by next trade deadline. That's what Brian Windhorst predicted.
That's like,
so
tough to.
If it's anybody that would know, he would. He's one of the most reliable people out there for the NBA.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
It could be. And he did say in a little article that, he does have some names, and that there's some NBA executives that have some names who they think might be one of those players, but he's not going to say it then. So, City for real, he said, shout out to the NBK fam. He said, if we make the playoffs, you got to bring the bucket hat back. Yeah, it's going to come back. It's going to come back. It's going to come back. And then Tito Faziano, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, my friend. Appreciate it. So, get around. Let's get some last takes on tonight's game, and then we'll go ahead and get up out of here. Steph, any last takes on tonight's game?
No, other than I think we'll win. And what I will say about San Antonio, even though they're down a lot of people, their mentality, or Pop's mentality, is just like Tibbs, next man up. So don't expect that it's going to be an easy game. They did have Aldridge last night, but even without the other players, they went into overtime with the Nets. So they're going to give us everything they got tonight. I don't expect an easy game, even with those other guys being out. Pop going to have them ready, on demand and not, just like Tibbs does. And it should be a good one.
Okay. Divine, And I seen someone say that Dwight Howard didn't win the skills challenge. I don't know. I'm just looking on. Oh, you know what? Maybe I was looking at the slam. You know what? Maybe I was looking at the slam dunk. My bad. Maybe I was looking at the slam dunk challenge. I mean, not challenge. The slam dunk old winners. Yeah, I was. My bad. Okay, so you know what? Let me change that. Bam Adebayo won it last year. Right, he's a big guy. Karl Anthony Towns won it. He's a big guy. Kristaps Porzingis won it. Let me see. What other big guys won it? Jason Tatum's not really a big guy. Right. My bad. I was looking at the slam dunk contest. I was tripping. I was looking at the names and wondering why Kristaps Porzingis wasn't up there. Yeah, my bad. My bad. Dwight Howard didn't win it. So, there we go. Who was I on? Divine?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Divine.
Yeah, man. It's going to be a tough game, but I feel good about it. And if anything stayed the same, Knicks 3-0 with Derrick Rose in the starting lineup, let's make it 4. You know what I mean? We just got to go there and bring our A game tonight, man. Hunker down and get this win, man. If we get this win tonight, boy, we're going to be excited, man. So I'm excited about it. Let's go Knicks. Salute to the chat. Salute to the panel. And everybody out there, let's get it pumping tonight, man. Knicks victorious tonight. We come on the post game feeling good about ourselves, man. Salute to everybody.
All right. And Prince?
Hey, I hope we can pull this one out tonight, Sam. It's going to be a tough one, but again, I think these Knicks is up for the challenge. Only thing I kind of worry about is just us getting outplayed at the guard position. But with D Rose starting, he should be able to bring some structure and a little bit of scoring to that position. As long as Quickly and Burks can come in that second unit and give us what we need, we shouldn't get outplayed at the guard position. But much like my boy Josh said, we're going to need that consistency from RJ. Because Keldon Johnson and them boys down there in San Antonio, they got some horses. So from a guard standpoint, we got to be ready to play. I think we might win the front court battle. But again, I still believe. And then, did we hear anything back about Taj? I haven't heard anything back, but I know I ain't got much time.
Nah, he didn't go to San Antonio. He's not
okay,
playing.
So we won't have Taj. So we're gonna be actually running that small ball 5 lineup. So yeah, with all that being said, Keldon's not playing. Okay, but even still, with those guards, I still don't trust them. They got too many good, very, very good guards in the Popovich system. So again, those guys play ball. I just hope we just don't get outplayed at the guard position. That's the only thing that I worry about. Outside of that, I look forward, like Devine said, coming on tonight with a W. And like I said, us Knicks going into the All-Star break, smiling finally. Yeah, over 500.
All right. And what I'm going to ask these last guys down here, something a little bit different. I still let you give your prediction on the game. C-Mac asked, of everybody on the panel, who would win the skills challenge? I'm going to start with you, Guillermo. Who would win the skills challenge?
The skills challenge?
Yeah. If we had a skills challenge, everybody's on the panel, who would win?
I mean, you're like
who are the players in the skill challenge? First of all,
I'm talking about everybody that's you, Chop, you, everybody that's on this panel.
I'm gonna be in the back. I'm gonna lose. Like, go ahead. I'm like, yo, go ahead.
I give that one to you, Sim. You look like you could dribble a little bit. You're more like nimble. I definitely kill anybody here in the 3-point challenge.
Never.
I give you.
That's preposterous.
We gonna have to go.
It's my turn, Josh. 3-point challenge, but skills challenge. I give that to you. Skills challenge.
Navy. He's Navy. He's gonna get it.
What the?
Uncle Fulio's
gonna. Josh, who you got winning the skills challenge? Everybody on the panel. Who you got winning?
Me, myself, and I. Just
Sam, you got it. Nah, Sam, you got that.
You got it?
Yeah, you got that.
Oh.
Chop.
I just said it. Uncle Fulio.
Oh, you got Uncle Fulio.
I won the skill challenge. Nah.
You got Uncle Fulio. All right, so I'm gonna ask the top. I'm gonna ask Steph and Divine and Prince.
The only one I saw was you, Sam. I haven't seen anybody's basketball skills. I know I would get caught up trying to get that bounce pass through the through the net. Anything else, I might be a little slow coming around them cones too. But the shot, I would be okay.
That's what it is.
Yeah, but Sim, you're the only one I've seen. So other people got to post their basketball videos, and then I'll be able to get a better informed.
Do they skills challenge by themselves?
Right.
Post it on the MBK Wix app.
Yeah, all right. There you go.
Hey, listen, Auntie Steph, you gotta realize, Grandma had an injury last year with his what you had, like a little minor Achilles.
Coming up, chop.
And then Simmons on.
Oh, he said that.
Uncle Fulio was a military guy. I'm gonna go with Uncle Fulio.
That don't mean he can dribble the ball.
Nah, I'm not winning no skill challenge. I'm telling you that right now.
You sure? I'm
100% positive.
I'm trying to give you some
100% positive.
Oh.
Hey, Devon,
shooting contest, I win.
He said he had an injury. You out.
Who's winning the slam dunk contest? Who's winning the slam dunk contest on this panel?
You put it on the 8-foot boy. You put it on the 8-foot boy. I'm straight.
I tell you what, I ain't winning that, Joe.
I think Grandma's gonna win.
Grandma's the only one that can dunk, so it don't matter. He's the only one that can dunk, so I guess you win it.
Hey, I win the scale challenge and to prove my point in September at the NBK get this cookout in Westchester. We'll bring our game there and our show and prove.
Okay.
All right.
The better question would have been who would win 1-on-1. That's it.
Hey, I don't think this is a question. So.
Oh, so now you got
Isaiah, that was something. You were huffing and puffing just as much as Isaiah. It's just Isaiah is just.
No, I wasn't,
not
bro.
even
That was
talent.
Bro, that was like light work. I was going like 10%. I was going like 10%. I was going like 10%.
I do got Steph Curry range, so being that I'm the oldest dude, I'm going to say back past 30 foot.
I sweat shooting free throws. That's just, I perspire. I sweat shooting free throws. So
Patrick Ewing. Patrick.
You know,
ultimate competitor.
I be in practice just talking to the players, and I start sweating. I don't know why. What's going on?
Who's winning the 3-point challenge then? Right, that's the next question. 3-point.
I got that.
Easily.
I got that.
We're gonna have to get this on. We're gonna have to get this on. We're gonna be doing everything except for the slam dunk contest, unless we do it on a Nerf hoop or something.
Get a Fisher Price hoop or something like that.
Right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all. We're out of here, and I'll make sure the game starts at 8:30 tonight.
Yes,
so it's a little bit later. So probably see you around 11 o'clock or something like that for the post game show. We're out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Be peaceful. Spread love, ladies and gentlemen. Out. Yeah.